Aged 18 and having won professional tournaments since she was 14 as both an amateur and a pro, Ashleigh Simon is South Africa's #1 ladies golfer. Transworld Sport travelled to her home in Johannesburg to meet a woman destined to become a world star. As in most countries, it's the men's game that dominates in South Africa, with the likes of Ernie Els and Retief Goosen amongst the best in the world. But Ashleigh is helping to build a respect for the women's game never earned before in her homeland. Having started playing at the age of 6, Ashleigh developed a special love for the game.
Well, it's been #1 in my life for a long time. You know, I've woken up and everything's eat, sleep, drink, golf. Even when I was at school, you know, my grade 2 teacher had to call us in and tell my parents I need to start working harder. But I said, well, I can get soccer, I can get cricket, hockey, tennis out of my mind, but I just can't get golf. So you know, it's a huge thing in my life, and right now it's the #1 priority because I want to be the best in the world one day.
In 2004, aged just 14, she came from 8 shots back to shoot a 9-under final round 63 to win the Women's South African Open by 1 stroke. In the same year, she became the youngest winner of the amateur double, triumphing in both South Africa's stroke play and match play tournaments. Ashleigh also became the youngest recipient of full African colours, representing her country at the Commonwealth tournament. In 2006, she won the Rolex Tournament of Champions, the most prestigious amateur event in America. Since her breakout year, Ashleigh's won at least 1 professional tournament a season, and last year, a day after her 18th birthday, she turned professional. Coach Gavin Levinson.
I think it was the right time for her to turn professional. She had already won 4 professional tournaments as an amateur, which included 2 South African Opens. And I think if Ashleigh didn't turn professional, she would have just got bored, and she's a person that has goals, and we needed to continue to keep her with winning golf tournaments and reaching for the next level.
And continue winning she did. 5 weeks after turning pro and in only her 4th tournament, she won the Catalonia Ladies Masters in Spain to become the youngest professional winner of a ladies' European Tour event.
At the time, it was, as I said, a shock to me, but you know, I knew I could win out there because I'd beaten them on home soil here. Most of the players that played there, but it's always hard to go overseas and win.
After winning on the LET, she played against world #1 Lorena Ochoa at the HSBC Women's World Matchplay Championship. And at the Women's British Open, she was paired with Morgan Pressel and Annika Sorenstam. While she wasn't in contention in either tournament, Ashleigh is aware that it's all a learning experience.
I've got to put the work in, and no one else can do it for me. So you know, if I want to achieve my goals, then I'm going to have to work hard, and I think now's the most important time while I'm still young.
The pressures surrounding modern-day golf players seem not to have affected the teenager. Mike Simon is Ashleigh's father.
It's been delightful. Ashleigh's been very easy to have as a daughter because she's been so unaffected by her status as a golfer. So, you know, for us as parents, Debbie and myself, it's been wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Away from golf, Ashleigh's like most teenagers her own age. She has a boyfriend and enjoys the usual teenage trappings.
Ashleigh is 18, and we must never forget that. She's just a normal teenager, messes up her room, gets shouted by her mum. So when she's back home, she gets treated just, she's a superstar outside the house in terms of her golfing, but as far as back at home, she gets treated normally by everybody in our area that we live here, her friends and all that sort of thing. She's just good old Ash. So very normal, young, down-to-earth young lady.
Having dropped out of high school to pursue her golfing dreams, Ashleigh went to America at the end of last year to LPGA qualifying school in an attempt to gain a tour card. With the cut-off set at 4 under, she was in contention going into the final 2 holes on 5 under, before a dropped shot on the 17th and a poor lie on the 18th meant she missed gaining full exemption by 1 stroke.
To explain it, it was like sticking a knife in your heart and keep turning it. That's probably how much it hurt for me, because it's what I've probably worked my whole life for right now. But I think the reason why I was so disappointed is because I was so close. I was top 5 the whole week, and then to finish drop and miss by 1, it really hurt, but we're moving on.
After being invited to play at the inaugural HSBC Women's Champions Tournament in Singapore later this month, a tournament which features the top 15 players in the world, what are the chances of Ashleigh matching Morgan Pressel's achievement of winning a major as a teenager?
We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, Morgan Pressel has set the bar right up there, and we're just going to wait and see. Ashleigh sees what's happened, and she obviously thinks she's capable of doing it. I think as a coach she is. But the competition in ladies golf is only getting better, and you know, you've got to work a little harder and strive a little bit harder. And we're just going to wait and see. Ashleigh is a person that does tend to surprise me all the time, so nothing would surprise me this year.
Having already achieved a great deal in her fledgling career, Ashleigh Simon wants more and knows her goals.
I've always had a passion for it, and you know, my ambition in the sport has been to be world number 1 one day. You know, it's going to be a huge task, but I think I'm up for it. And if that doesn't happen, I just want to have a successful career. You know, hopefully be remembered as one of the greats in the future to come.